Good morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. I'm going to have Rich Perrin, the Commissioner of Department of Environmental Services, kick us off this morning, and then I will come up and announce our great partnership that we have this morning. I'm going to take questions on this, and then I'll have some we'll take some off topics at the end. I'll talk about what's happening in Buffalo and the weather and all that good stuff as well, water main break. Rich.
Thanks very much, Mayor. As the Mayor noted, I'm Rich Perrin, the Commissioner of the Department of Environmental Services. I hope everyone's had a good holiday so far. Obviously, our crews have been out working with quite a bit with the weather and a water main break, but we've got things under control, so it's great to kind of turn our vision now to something that's very positive and been a long time in the making. We're excited to announce a one-of-a-kind partnership that's designed to make things easier, even when we're faced with inclement weather and the things we see. So I'm happy to be joined here by Mayor Evans as well as Miguel Velasquez, incoming CEO of Rochester Genesee Regional Transportation Authority and the Regional Transit Service, RTS, as well as Jarmani Dozer, Site Director for the Center for Employment Opportunities, or CEO, as well as Vic Saunders, and Karen St. Alban from our city team. As a Commissioner of Environmental Services, delivering quality services to our customers, a citizen of Rochester remains our #1 priority. So I'm really excited about this new partnership, and I'm going to turn it right back over to Mayor Malik Evans to the podium. Mayor.
Thank you, Rich. You earned some time off. You've been working hard these last couple of days for sure, you and your team. I want to thank you and your team and Karen for all the work that you've been doing. So today's announcement is good news after this weekend's snowstorms across western New York. As many of you know, it can be brutal to stand outside in the blistery cold and wait for public transportation. And add to that having to deal with heavy snow, accumulation and snow drifts that often create barriers and safety hazards for people trying to access bus stops and shelters. Many of our citizens who use the public transit system are seniors, parents with small children using strollers or physical limitations and disabilities, including those who rely on a wheelchair. They all deserve a bus stop that is clear of snow and ice while they wait for their transportation. That is why I am happy to announce that the City of Rochester and RTS, along with the Center for Employment Opportunities, are collaborating on a bus shelter removal initiative. Now, I will tell you, there was many a time when this mayor's blood boiled when I would see an old woman waiting in the street for the bus. We're hoping that this will stop that. Throughout the winter season, the program will enable bus riders to safely and more easily access bus stops and shelters during snow events. Snow clearing will take place at 85 prioritized bus stops and shelters throughout the city once there is 4 inches of snowfall or more. No more trekking through or over mounds of snow on sidewalks for bus riders to access their stops. Not only will this collaboration improve the experience of using public transportation, it will improve safety for bus riders, reduce the barriers to getting to work or running errands, and also provide job opportunities to those who have recently left incarceration. The city is partnering with the Center for Employment Opportunities, whose diverse workforce employs formerly incarcerated individuals. You've heard me say it before. I believe the best deterrent to not getting into trouble is a job. This program will employ individuals who are screened, trained, and motivated to work. I'm joined here also by Mr. Victor Saunders. The city's Office of Violence Preventive Programs will fund this initiative. This is one of my many pilot programs that will help address violence prevention and intervention, one of my administration's top priorities, while also making sure that we help with economic vitality and then public safety. This is all tied together. And I'm grateful to RTS and CEO for joining us in this important initiative. They are vital partners in working to improve the quality of life for city residents. So now I'd like to invite to the podium the incoming CEO of RTS, congratulations, Mr. Miguel Velasquez. After Mr. Velasquez, we will hear from Mr. Jarmani Dozer, who will talk a little bit about the Center for Employment Opportunities, if you're not familiar with them, and the work that they will be doing in this initiative. So, Mr. Velasquez.
Thank you. Mayor Evans, Commissioner Perrin, Victor, Germani, thank you for your partnership. This is a great partnership. We are very grateful for the initiative that the city has taken here to bring us together and help our customers, help the transit dependent, the transit user use the system. And what we have to remember is that we're not making it easier for the transit user to get on and off the bus. What we're making it easier is for customers to get to businesses, support businesses in and around the city. We're making it easier for employees to get to work. We're making it easier for family members and friends to go to the doctor's appointments, to visit loved ones. So we appreciate this partnership. Thank you for bringing in RTS, and thank you for making it easier for our customers to get to where they need to go. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Mr. Dozier.
To the mayor, Mayor Evans, to the city of Rochester, on behalf of CEO, Center for Employment Opportunities, I want to extend my gratitude for this partnership that we will be starting. Center for Employment Opportunity believes in the transformational power of work. We provide immediate, effective, and comprehensive employment services exclusively to those returning from prison. This opportunity and this partnership with the city means a great deal to CEO, as it aids in our ability to carry out our mission and our vision. CEO's vision is that anyone with a recent criminal history who wants to work has the tools and support necessary to find a job and to stay connected to the labor force. To date, CEO Rochester has placed more than 2,000 individuals into the labor market throughout Monroe County. Individuals who have worked in conjunction with the city of Rochester to beautify our streets. The Urban Institute once stated that one of the major strategies for stopping crime is to help individuals with a criminal history obtain employment. And that is what CEO does. And CEO, along with the city of Rochester, will do just that. We will be able to reduce recidivism and increase employment. We will be able to give participants another chance at life rather than picking up a gun. Let's pick up a pen, let's pick up a tool, and let's get to work. So this relationship means a world to CEO, again, as it enables us to carry out our vision and our mission. So we look forward to this partnership with the city. And although much work has been done in the city of Rochester, and although much work is being done, we at CEO knows that there is yet more work to be done. And that is why we are excited to partner with the city of Rochester and excited for what this will bring to our city in combating the violence and combating all of the issues that are arising within the city of Monroe County. So we are excited again for this opportunity, and thank you to Mayor Evans, thank you to the city of Rochester, and we look forward to the work ahead. Mayor Evans?
Thank you. Thank you. And this is revolutionary. I will tell folks, if you don't know about CEO, check them out. I got to know CEO many years ago in my banking world, when I was in the banking world back in the day, and we partnered with them on financial education for people who were just getting out of incarceration. This is how you transform communities, by being innovative and by making sure that you have multiple layers of partnership, and what you see represented today is an example of that. And it fills a need that we know we have in Western New York, because we know something that is, as sure as the sun will rise, the snow will fall on the streets of Rochester. And CEO will be helping us do that. And also we know that RTS has a need, right? And the question was, okay, who's responsible for these bus shelters? And we said, we all are as a community, and we're gonna have a partner that's gonna be able to help us do that. So with that, I will take questions related to this partnership, and then I'll take some off-topic questions related to other topics that you might have. I will say tomorrow I will give an end-of-the-year press conference where I will give some crime stats and other information, so don't ask me about any of that stuff yet, because I don't have it yet. I haven't gotten it all together yet. But questions related to this, this partnership with RTS, the City of Rochester, and CEO.
Mayor, you brought it up, but who typically is responsible for this work? Is it the city's responsible for everything around the bus stop, and then RTS is responsible for the bus stop itself?
Well, yeah, typically the city of Rochester is not, we don't own the RTS bus stops, right? But they affect our residents. So what we've said, and in this partnership with RTS is, we're going to be jointly responsible for this in order to get it done because your riders need it, our residents need it. We clear what we're supposed to clear, be it the sidewalks. By the way, I get calls from other mayors across the country. They said, how is it that you guys clear the sidewalks in Rochester? Stop doing it because now other residents are wanting us to do that. So we do the sidewalks, we do the streets, but the shelter, was kind of like RTS type property, but our residents were there and the snow mounds were being built up. So we said, what can we do to be innovative? And this is an example of that. So this will be a joint partnership with RTS and the city of Rochester and CEO to make sure that those mounds are cleared.
It says in the press release about $65,000. Like, how does that break down? How many people do you think, sir, who work for CEO will be able to do it? Are they making an hourly wage, or are they?
Do we know how many people? Do you want to take that?
Of course. So we, our work crews, transitional work crews, consist of about 6 individuals and 1 site supervisor. So that's usually what it consists of. So roughly about, we could be able to help about 100 to 150 people within a year with this help. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Thank you. Great. And the good thing is you know what this does? This allows people to help build their resume, help build their tool set. Their tool set. If you are just coming out of incarceration and you may not have had a work history or a job history, not only does this put money in your pocket, but this also allows you to add to what your job was, and then maybe you'll go over to one of the towns and get a job. You come to the city of Rochester and get a job, or another landscaping type business. So this is not only just clearing snow. This is also building capacity, building the ability to get a job, and building an experience that will eventually help a person to be able to transform their lives. And that's why this is such an important partnership. Any other questions on related to this topic?
I have one more for the CEO, please, sir. What is your typical way that you handle these bus stops, particularly?
Mr. Melendez.
Are you supplementing these crews with your own folks as well?
So typically RTS, we clear snow from our property owned. So the bus stops, bus shelters that RTS owns, we're responsible for those. And typically what we ask is for property owners, so business owners, residents who have their business or residency close to a bus stop to take a couple of minutes and help clear as they shovel their snow from the sidewalks, their driveways, take a couple of minutes to clear the snow from the bus stop or bus shelter.
I just changed his name to the council president because I got 2 Miguels in my life. Velasquez. I got Velasquez and Melendez. There we go. So again, this is a great program. I would urge you. I'm hoping that you guys are always looking for good media. You're always looking for good shots. Once we get a significant snowfall, I'm hoping that you can connect with CEO and see how this actually works. We'll be happy to help coordinate that through our communications, because we think that this is transformational, and we think that this will be a model for the rest of the country, similar to our snow plowing of sidewalks, which we do, which many other places in the country that do not do, which is a perk of living in Rochester. With that, I'll take some off-topic questions. I will just say that our hearts and minds are with Buffalo. I've been in communication with the mayor. I know that County Executive Bello has been in communication with the county executive there. Our police chief has been in communication with Chief Grimalia in Buffalo. As many of you know, we have sent the scuba team to Buffalo. We have a crew going to Buffalo to help with helping them to recover. This has been absolutely catastrophic for Buffalo. And we stand with Buffalo because we know that they would do the same thing for us. We stood with them after the mass shooting. We sent, as you know, firefighters almost a month ago, I believe, for the last snowstorm that they had just before Thanksgiving. Buffalo was being pummeled, got pummeled, and they are still digging out, and the city of Rochester has stood willing, ready, and able to assist them. So with that, we'll take any other off-topic questions that folks may have. Any?
Could you give us like a rundown? You sent some equipment and manpower. What have you sent from here?
So we sent our scuba squad, and I'll let Rich kind of talk about some of the other crews and equipment that we have also sent to Buffalo. You want to comment on that, Rich?
Thank you, Mayor. At this point in time, what's going on is the County Office of Emergency Management is coordinating among all the municipalities. So we had a call at 6:30 this morning, another one at 9:30 just before this, had talked through it yesterday. A lot of it is going to be driven by what the state determines that they need to assist with it. So they've made their request. Specifically to the city of Rochester, we're going to be sending 6 10-wheel dump trucks, as well as two 3.5 cubic yard front loaders, and a skid steer, which is a little smaller, maneuverable type of thing that we can get, type of a piece of equipment that we can get out there. At this point in time, we're looking at anywhere between probably 12 and 16 of our team members to go out and operate the equipment. We're working on whether or not that will be 2 12-hour shifts or staggered 16-hour shifts that our crews are generally used to. But right now, what we do know is that we've been told expect this at a minimum for the next 3 to 4 days, possibly through the holiday weekend. So we're still working out details of whether or not we'll do lodging, commuting back and forth, and we'll do that with a van or something like that. But no, the County Office of Emergency Management has really taken the request from the state as the political subdivision of the state to lead this, and they've been doing a phenomenal job of monitoring it. And as the mayor said, we're ready and able to go. So this is important that we make sure we help our neighbors. It is completely snow and ice removal. That's what it's going to be. That's why we're not bringing plows. We're bringing dump trucks and front loaders. The idea is that we know we'll be assigned to North Buffalo and the North Towns and making sure that we can dig them out. So we're working through all of the logistics of how do we get them there once they're there. We've gotten word that New York State Route 78 Transit Road is open so we can get back and forth to the North Towns, but we still have to get there. So we're going to be looking at the thruway opening for emergency vehicles, connecting us to the 290, and we'll do it. But no, our team's on it. Karen St. Aubin and her snow and ice battlers do a phenomenal job. So right now we're just awaiting the word, and we'll be on the road ready to get out and get after it.
Thank you, and just let me know, and just let me also thank the community for their patience with the water main break. I want to applaud the city's team for their work there. I mean, that water main was catastrophic, and you saw what happened in Jackson, Mississippi. This past weekend. This is a problem across the country in cities where you have aging infrastructure. The difference here in Rochester is that we have made sure that we made the investments in our people to be able to repair water mains. We made investments in the infrastructure. We still have a long way to go, but think about it. That 1899, was it 1899 or 1899 water main that broke, it could have been even more catastrophic than it was. More water mains will break, and that's why it's important that we continue to also make sure we get those water mains fixed, updated, and brought into the 21st century. So we're talking about 19th century pipes that we have to make sure we take care of. And I think Jackson, Mississippi is a case study of what can happen if you don't invest in infrastructure. And it's very sad what's happening there, and our thoughts are with the folks there as well. But we are very happy to be able to help out our neighbors to the west in Buffalo. Okay, any other last-minute questions on anything? Okay, thank you very much. Happy holidays. I'll see some of you tomorrow. Take care.